All right, welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man, and I want to get this carburetor pulled off this thing so that maybe we might have a chance of actually taking it for a drive. So that's the main goal here. I did also get some stuff in the mail today. New choke cable, new piece of hose. I may put this on real quick so that it's out of the way, but that shouldn't take very long. So let's get started. Now, if we do this right, it's going to take 9 times as long and be 17 times more difficult than it should be. So we'll see. Set this out of the way. Probably that would be more interesting of a view for you than the one you had a second ago. We will have to cut this to length, as they do not sell them precisionally cut anymore, I don't think. I usually always have to trim on them a little bit, but we'll see. Maybe this one will be close. I think they usually cut them to length for the diesels, and then, you know, the rest of you are on your own. But we'll see. I always buy the AGCO brand of choke cables. They are super expensive, but they are also super duper better, I have found, than anything you can get off the counter at a parts store. They operate just perfectly, and they stay that way for a lot longer. We'll see. On one of these tractors, I think it's my 770 checkerboard, it has an interference problem with, ooh, that's not working very good. It has an interference problem with, dang it, with the upper part of the dash. I'm talking to myself strangely because what you can't see is that it has decided to work itself out in a weird way and bind up under the dash, which will not do. We must in fact hold on to that nut and walk washer, or it could go way down in the dash and we have a very bad time. Now this one's going to do the same exact thing as that other tractor. I don't like that. It's going to interfere, and I don't think going over that hole is the solution, although I may be wrong. Let's pull out. That's always a good idea. And see if I go that way. I think that is what I need to do. Starting over. Is this gonna work like what I want? Yeah, I think that's more gooder than the way I did it on the other one. So, guess what I'm saying is, if I ever redo it on that other one, I gotta do it this way. that's hanging on there nice. We do have to put it in our clamps correctly later on. Oh yeah, it's gonna be sweet. These tractors are kind of a breeze to put these things in because you can get to the back of the dash super easy with this battery door. Whereas the older fleet lines, you had to work down through a hole in the top. And that was very difficult. But this, super nice. There we go. Can you see that down in there, how pretty that is? Oh yeah, and it works easy. So, when we get our carburetor mounted up finally, we will put that as we need to go. So now for the struggle. I've been putting it off. I don't look forward to it. We wasted like 7 minutes putting that choke cable on to delay it, but the time has come for us to remove this carburetor and try to rebuild it the correct way. I'm still going to waste some more time though. I'm going to check out my fancy hose, see if we go, I don't know, we may have to, that's a bummer too. It's not going to fit on this stupid Zenith carburetor. Another reason why I hate this carburetor, unless am I going on the wrong end maybe? Maybe that end is bigger. I think it'll go on there if a guy just maneuvers it right. Yeah, we'll worry about that later because we got to take it off anyway, but I think I can manhandle that onto there. So anyway, let's get started on this. And as I discovered yesterday, my sediment bowl for some reason is not shutting it off totally. So for that, we will dig out the rarely used but tool that I have had sitting around, and it's an actual hose crimp off plier, and we'll see if that stops our problem. So we have our clamp on there. Let's take this off and see if that in fact stopped the drip. It wasn't much, it was just enough to be annoying and be sure that we would empty our tank by the time we finally got this project completed. So is it gonna stop the drippy drip? I think it is. Yeah. Okay, good. We'll just let that hang out. Then, what do we need? We need, let's lay our tools in a convenient tool pile. We need these, which I forgot have my homemade studs on them. No, we don't want it to come loose there. We want it to come on. Play nice! I get so aggravated when stuff doesn't do what I want. There's one. So we need to shorten up our studs while we have it off this time, if we in fact keep this configuration, which I think we will, because who cares? This carburetor is a disaster, so we might as well keep that theme going with horrible, terrible, no good carburetor studs. Okay. All right. Now let's what do we got left here? Just one pin? Yeah. The other sad thing is I have to leave in just a little bit again to go do something else. So once again, this is going to be a delayed project. Not for you, but for me. So I'm getting quite frustrated to the point that I think I'm probably just going to quit doing things for people. I'm going to tell them no more. No more volunteering. No more helping people out. but I don't know. Let's do that more correctly. There we go. Okay, I think we have this piece of garbage broke loose. So let's go back and just see what we find. And I know what we're going to find in one regard, and that is a broken off accelerator pump. As you may or may not remember, the last time we had this apart, there was the mystery hole that we couldn't see down and the rod came out of, and what it amounted to is the end of the plunger was stuck down in there, and we pulled the rod out when we separated the halves. So we're going to have to get that piece out of there, which is probably going to use the torch, which is probably going to burst into flames, which is probably going to scald our body, horribly disfiguring us more than we are, and burn down the shop at the same time. So if that's all that can go wrong, we might as well get to it. Okay, so we have adequate lighting as the sun is burning down upon us. So that's handy. We should remove our manual choke wire. That served us well. In its day, it accomplished much. But it's over. Hopefully never to return. And we're going to have to do a major disassembly this go around. We should have all the pieces. We should have brought our tray. Although the thing is about magnetic trays, they don't work that great on carburetors because a lot of the pieces aren't magnetic that come out of a carburetor. But they do help organize things, you know, so they don't roll off. So I might go get one here in a minute. Okay, you're also going to want to probably ruin all the screws on your way out. And I think we're going to take out more stuff than we did last time. Like this doodad here. I don't know what it is. I would assume it's a screen. And I would assume that it's probably plugged up. Because it appeared to me that we were getting like zero fuel flow through this thing. Finally. We got just a shade at the beginning. And then that was it. A lot of problems. Okay. Yeah, look at that. Gas in there. Kind of gooder. Spring. Yeah, it's got trash in there again, but is to be expected. I don't know how yet we're going to get that plunger jobby out of there. We're going to have to heat it, I'm sure, because that ain't going to go. Probably not even dangerous, because I bet you this gas won't even burn. That's probably the trouble we were having. So you want to work on a table that's slanted downhill so all your pieces will leave. Look at our beautiful gasket. We're going to save that. Oh, we broke that off, but we never got the cap out, so that's cool. You know, isn't that cool? Oh, I hate you, Mr. Zenith. You are a bad man. Let's get this out of there. Oh, there's a needle. That was brand new, so we want to rake that through the dirt. Especially. And we want to distort and, you know, ruin stuff here so that it's impossible to get apart. Because that's just working dandily. I think it's time to get a tray. So we're gonna get a tray that's already full of stuff because, you know, why not? 1365 pieces that have never been put away, or we'll put all that in there. Maybe we'll put the brass on the high side so the screws will hold it where it needs to be. Oh, that's kind of magnetic-y. That's neat. Alright. And we're going to get grease and tar all over our arm that we managed to get into from somewhere. That's handy. Everything's going great so far, you know, just as to be suspected. And we're not going to do that. What a joke. Let's just have a terrible time, you know? Come on, come on. Yeah, it's working good. I would suspect that that comes out, but I'm not going to try. We'll just roll with it. Yeah, let's see. Let's figure out what's under this. I suspect it's a screen. No, it's just a plug with absolutely nothing down in there. I bet it's supposed to have a screen. It's open. This thing is a hunk of junk. I hate this. Stupid, stupid carburetor. Now this one, I believe down in there is our load passage, or I don't know. It's not really a needle that you can adjust, I don't think, but it has a slotted screw head. What's that look like? Oh, there's much trash in there. I'm betting that that ain't coming out. Oh, good thing I didn't take my bet, because it's coming loose. I think it is. Is that not threaded all the way, or what? Nope, it wasn't. So what you're going to want to do is shake it out on the table and then batter it with the body of the carburetor. It's, you can kind of see through it, but it's still dirty. There is a washer behind it. Did I get it? There, huh? Okay. Well, we're farther along than we were last time. So, we're doing something, you know? What's in here? Is there one in here too? It's full of trash. Oh, yes, there was one down in there that we didn't take care of last time. Yeah. Let's take our lesson from last time and just shake it out all over the ground. Come on. Come on. Oh, this one's gonna be a pain, isn't it? Mr. Carburetor? Maybe this one threads all the way out. Nope. Why are we not going? We're just having one of those times, you know. Let's see if we can get, if we could get this one out, maybe the other one will follow. It's nice that it's warm and sunny, that you don't have to work with a coat, but the bad thing is all of the buzzing creatures are back, and they're deciding to buzz right in my work area, see? They seem to like that. Whatever flavor I'm made of, they enjoy. Okay, there's that, full of garbage again. Now, can we stick all the way through and push out? Yep. Well, that sucker's plugged up, I think. Okay. We got her. Well, we're farther along than we were. But our big elephant in the room is still this stupid piece that's down in there. The magnetic trays are super nice, but I'll tell you what's going to happen. That magnet is so stiff that I'm going to end up rocketing that whole tray across the place. Okay. So the question is, how do we get that piece of garbage out of here? Do we do this? That's wrong. I think we're going to have to heat it, which is a mistake too, because you know it'll burst into flame. But who knows? Maybe it won't. Alright, now we got it covered with soot. Not knowing what we're doing is part of the fun. Yep, it's shooting flammable liquid spurts. I mean, that's got to come out of there, right? We don't know. We don't know what we're doing. That might have to stay in there for all we know. I don't think so, though. All we're gonna do here is totally destroy her. See, if this doesn't work, it's going in the garbage. It might still be going in the garbage. Well, I guess the camera wasn't on, so it must have shut off, but we've been torching, and I managed to get part of it out. But it's like a giant brass bullet down in there, and it is stuck. So my next move, I think, is going to be trying to drill it out maybe. I guess that's what I'll do and come back to it later. Well, as much as I would like to put this back together today, I decided the wise thing to do would be to let it soak in the bucket overnight, at least the bottom part. I did finally get that brass plunger thing out. Talk about a struggle. That, I'll show you the new one here if I can. Let's see. It would make more sense if you could see the whole thing, but this is your accelerator pump like. This part goes up in the top and is held in with this retaining ring driven into the top half. And then this piece is supposed to slide up and down based on vacuum, you see in the bottom. Well, it's obvious to me that whoever put the one in this carburetor, this did not slide in that bore smoothly in the bottom half. I think they just hammered her home till they got it wedged way down in there. And so it never was accelerator pumping, because there is no way. I worked way too hard to get that out of there. And this one wouldn't even start down in the hole. And I did a lot of fine grinding and stuff and sanding, emery cloth. I tried a, like a, what do you want to call it, Dremel bit thing to get that rounded off where you could actually get this in, and then smooth it up enough where it could freely travel in there. So, you know, hopefully it's not too bad. I did learn another lesson about how this is made, which is sad. I'm talking while doing something off to the side here, but in the bottom of this, and I got too aggressive, I guess, was this check valve. I think it'll still work. It still moves, but my drill bit, when I was drilling through that thing, hit the side of it, took a chunk out of it. But it's still got a hole in it all the way through, and there's a tiny little hole you can see when you put it up to the sunlight to let fuel go through when it's closed. But I think that it's still usable. We're going to try it anyway, because I don't know where you'd find this piece. But overall, my love for this Zenith carburetor is not growing at all. As a matter of fact, it's getting very close to the tree stump and sledgehammer of death. But we'll let this cook overnight, and we'll try to put her back together tomorrow and see if we can't get the tractor to come to life. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. That helps out the channel, and it doesn't cost you anything. Leave a comment. Tell me that you liked it, or tell me that you hated it. Tell me I'm a moron. I really don't care, but anything that you say helps us out too. So thank you again, as always, for watching, and I will see you in the next one.